What if I told you that by 2027, you could regrow a missing tooth for less than the cost of a dental implant? South Korea just changed the game with a revolutionary tooth regeneration patch. Can you actually afford it? Let's break down the real numbers. Stick around for price predictions that might shock you. And one surprising factor that could make this cheaper than you think. Welcome back. If you're new here, we break down cutting-edge medical breakthroughs and what they mean for your wallet. Today, we're diving deep into South Korea's tooth regeneration patch, the competitor to Japan's famous tooth regrowth injection. While everyone's been talking about Japan's USA G1 injection, South Korea developed something potentially more accessible, a dissolvable patch. But accessibility means nothing if it costs $50,000, right? Today, we're doing a complete cost breakdown with expert predictions. Let's get into it. First, let's quickly understand what we're pricing. Unlike Japan's injection, South Korea's approach uses a bioactive patch. This patch contains growth factors and stem cell activators that stimulate your body's dormant tooth buds to regenerate a natural tooth. Yes, you still have those from childhood. This process happens over several months, resulting in a completely natural tooth, developed by a team at Seoul National University Hospital. This patch has already succeeded in animal trials with a 78% success rate. Human trials are projected to begin in late 2025, with commercial availability estimated for 2027. That gives us about 3 years to answer the big question: how much will this cost? Let's start with what we know today. A single dental implant in the United States costs anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000. In South Korea, between $1,000 and $2,500. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Regenerative medicine typically launches at 150 to 200% of the cost of the procedure it's replacing. So, if we're replacing a $4,000 implant, we're looking at an initial price range of $6,000 to $8,000 for the patch. This is at least in Western markets. But wait, there's a huge geographic price factor we need to consider. Medical tourism to South Korea could drop that price dramatically. Based on current trends, getting the procedure done in Seoul could cost between $2,500 and $4,000. That's nearly half the US price. This includes the patch, medical supervision, and follow-up appointments over the 6-month regeneration period. Okay, here's the reality check. That patch price, it's just the beginning. Let's break down the total cost of tooth regeneration. Initial consultation and scans will be $300, $500. The patch itself is $2,500, $4,000 in South Korea. Follow-up appointments, $150, $300 per visit. Potential complications, $500, $2,000. Travel and accommodation, $2,000, $3,500 if you're going to South Korea. So realistically, you're looking at a total cost of $5,500 to $10,300 for medical tourists, or $8,000 to $15,000 if the procedure becomes available domestically. Now, before you close this video thinking that's too expensive, there's one game-changing factor that could slash these costs by up to 80%. Here's what could change everything: insurance coverage. Traditional dental implants are considered cosmetic by most insurance companies, which is why they're rarely covered. But tooth regeneration is different. It's classified as regenerative medicine. In countries with universal healthcare like South Korea, the government has already indicated that proven regenerative treatments could receive partial subsidies. We're talking 40 to 60% coverage. In the US, if insurance companies classify this as medically necessary, which is likely for people missing teeth due to injury or disease, you could see coverage of 50 to 80% after deductibles. That $8,000 procedure. With insurance, your out-of-pocket could drop to $1,600 for $1,000, suddenly more affordable than a traditional implant. But here's the catch: this won't happen on day one. Early adopters in 2027 will likely pay full price. Insurance coverage typically follows 2 to 3 years after a procedure becomes mainstream. So what about price drops? Here's my prediction based on medical technology trends. 2027 to 2028. Premium pricing at $8,000, $12,000, $202,92030. Prices drive down to $5,000, $8,000, 2031 to 2033. Mass production brings prices to $3,000, $5,000, 2034, and beyond. potentially reaching $1,500, $3,000. This follows the exact pattern we saw with LASIK eye surgery. So here's the bottom line. Is the Korean tooth regeneration patch worth the predicted cost? Compared to implants, you're getting a natural tooth with living nerves and no risk of rejection. But you're also facing a 6-month wait and higher upfront costs. For me, if I lost a tooth tomorrow, I'd wait. The technology is promising, but 2028 to 2029 could be a legitimate game changer. So there you have it, my complete price breakdown. If this video helped you understand the real costs, smash that like button. Drop a comment. Would you pay $5,000 to regrow a natural tooth? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.